Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and today we're visiting with Jason Phillips. He's the Simpson County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources. We're going to talk about an issue, I think, that seasonality plagues farmers, and that's the black vulture.
Farmers have increasingly had trouble with the black vultures. It seems like the numbers continue to escalate based on the roosts and just the sheer number of black vultures that I see. And they're a problem because the turkey vultures, which is what we traditionally had more of, they just kind of clean up the roadways and are not predatory in nature in any way. Whereas the black-faced vultures can certainly be predatory during calving season, and we've had several farmers lose calves to the black-faced vulture. The turkey vulture has a reddish colored head, kind of like a turkey would have in color, whereas the black-faced vulture, it's gray in its head, and it's got white on its wingtips.
And usually they're in large groups. A lot of times you might see one turkey vulture, kind of preying on some roadkill, but with black vultures, they're usually in larger numbers.
Yeah, they're just more aggressive, and they roost in large numbers and travel in large numbers. So a lot of times you will see, you're right, multiple black-faced vultures together.
Now, they are a problem for farmers. However, this bird is protected.
Right. The Migratory Bird Act of 1916 protects the migratory birds, and the black-faced vulture is included in that. So you can't just go out and eradicate by any means necessary. There are some permits that you can get that are available out there. But certainly these birds are protected, and you need to treat them as such, even though it's very frustrating.
Absolutely. And so if you are having an issue, you can apply for a permit through the Kentucky Farm Bureau. Thankfully in Kentucky they have gotten to where a farmer can have a couple takes. And then there's one thing unique about it though. Once you get a take, you can actually hang that vulture, or if you don't have one, you can create an effigy, and that seems to help.
So an effigy is a scare decoy, and basically if you hang those up, these birds are super smart. So this also ties back into, it's really good to have a defined calving season, and move the vulture or the effigy every couple of weeks, because they adapt quickly. They're super smart, very intelligent birds. And if you leave it hanging, you hang it upside down in a tree where it's very visible, and that signifies to the vultures, hey, danger, stay away. But it doesn't take long for them to get used to that hanging there and realize that, hey, the threat has passed.
Yeah, and I know the university has some plans, like that you can create your own and maybe hang those and move those around, especially if you're calving on multiple locations.
So we've actually constructed some effigies in the past, and the plans are available in a publication through the University of Kentucky, and it also talks about how to construct the effigy and also how to hang the effigy. But all the supplies that you'll need to construct the effigy are going to be available at your local hardware store. So it's not like you really got to run around hunting supplies to make these. It's very, very simple. It's a rubber fake black-faced vulture.
And if you've ever lost a calf, with the prices of a calf, it's well worth it to kind of put those up as a defense mechanism, and if you're waiting to get your permit or something like that.
Right. And another thing that you can do is you can take a picture. Like if you do lose a calf, make sure that if the vulture is still on that calf, you can take a picture and turn that in and potentially recoup some money from the USDA on that.
Yeah, so make sure to document this. We've heard farmers where the calf was coming out of the cow and the vultures kind of landed and killed it before it even hit the ground.
And it's hard to think about documentation in that time because you're trying to obviously get those vultures away, but in that instance, you really got to have those pictures as evidence that the black-faced vulture was the problem here.
Right, and if you see where it's been picked, take a photo even if the vulture isn't there, and then turn that into your local FSA office, your Farm Service Agency office. So thanks for watching and have a great day.